Welcome to the Fast Puppy, ladies and gentlemen. $5 entry, 100K grand prize. The way this tournament is structured, Keegan, week 17, that's all that matters.
It's always all that
It's
matters,
literally all
Sean.
that matters. Man, I'm excited. I'm getting the chills. We haven't drafted together in a while.
I
On the
actually really
clock,
like being in the middle of the drafts here. This 20-second clocks is actually my first time on a quick clock here. So I'm hoping Justin Jefferson's there at 5. That's the goal.
get ready to start speaking star method, buddy. All right, yeah, Jettas, Jamar, Amon Ra. Those are the trio. Um,
Yeah, I like the middle of the draft because I don't like being at the back end really because I feel like I'm forcing picks up or down the board and trying to hope people fall to me. But I'm pretty comfortable here in the middle, and obviously the top 4 picks are all great. But the Jordan Addison news has definitely encouraged my Justin Jefferson draft process here.
I think it's always was. It's always was meme. I think it always was Jettas. All right, Jettas, let's do it. So that means yes, we get to draft Packers. I have a Jaden Reed problem. I have a Jaden Reed problem.
The only problem is the entire internet is in on Dontavian Wicks, and now I'm like Romeo Dobbs, I guess.
It's just propped up by key industry thought leaders. Like it's just like big Dontavian Wicks. Okay, this looks good. So bear with us, people. We may be floating around a little bit more than we normally would with this screen because this is a quick 20-minute clock. So just bear with us if we're jumping around. Okay, so Brees and Bijan off the board. That's pretty standard here. I'm curious to know how far Ayuk's going to fall. I feel like there's some Ayuk certainty right now. I'm seeing him drop down the board a bit. If he falls to us at 20, I think we should snap him up. And
To be honest, Sean, I have an idea to float out for you here.
Debo.
DeVon Achane, forget about running back for like 5 rounds, and let's just load up.
Oh my goodness, I just got the chills. And that means we get to draft Jonnu Smith.
I like in this range, I've been trying to draft a lot of Waddle. I'm fine with like the Ayuk Debo picks in here. There's a lot of second round stuff that I'm not as in on, but I'm down to price up DeVon Achane and just have 2 explosive players here.
And we're totally not going to get closing line value on him because when normies come into draft, he's going to fall. Like normies are, he's going to get injured. He's going to get injured with the injuries.
Honestly, I think the opposite. I think as camp buzz gets put into place and we get closer to the season, I think DeVon Achane is going to be picked like 17, 16. That's my bet.
Wow. Well, I think it goes the other way, but like people are going to see Saquon Barkley in an Eagles jersey and just like, they're all in. They're all in on it.
That first video of him out of camp is going to destroy the best ball world.
I'm cool after 17 gets taken here. Oh, thank goodness Drake London's been falling in drafts. It's been ridiculous. I'm cool to flip over. Let's see what we got here. We look at Achane. He's down to 24. Let's just do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I've got some ETR ranks in here, so that's probably why you're seeing it. But yeah, if I just sort by ADP, yeah,
let's do it. Let's get the
80. Honestly,
I'm not used to.
I don't even know how like unique that is either. But we're trying to win a lot of money here.
Oh my goodness, am I about to get ready to start speaking Malik Nabers, buddy? Let's go back to the draft board real quick. Jettas and Achane. That is what we like to call fun.
Right?
I'm straight up having a good time.
There's a lot of CMC Achane teams, CeeDee Lamb Achane teams. I'm sure Tyreek Achane teams. Like, let's get a little freaky here in the second round. I feel like it's a good round to play with ADP value on. 4 spots doesn't kill you either.
Are Achane and Jefferson, do you think they match each other's freak? Do you think that's...
Dude, I have fucking cringe internet brain. That song just sits in my head. It's somebody gonna match my freak.
That shit's lit. That song's gyat. It's a gyat of a song.
Dude, stop.
Oh wow. I used to be the one saying nonsense brain rot words.
Holy moly.
Buy the dip on Mr. Ayuk.
Oh, we can't.
And he's gone. I'd rather have Nabers than Smith, and DJ Moore's definitely on the table too. Like I'm cool with
I'm trying to think of what the outs are for the Giants. Indianapolis, so maybe some Pittman stuff. There's A Rich. Like I'm
Rich.
cool with Malik
Yeah,
Nabers.
okay. If we put A Rich on this team, we're this is all variance here. All right, let's hop back to the board. So yeah, we have to worry about Colt stuff. I mean, it's very easy to nab a Darius Slayton at the end of drafts. Jerome Ford would be in play with this team as well, or Dante Foreman if we want to go hero RB.
Yeah,
Dude,
the Cleveland stuff is good. I think with Green Bay too, like Marshawn Lloyd is definitely on the menu for later as we think about this RB room. Obviously, all the pass catchers from Green Bay are sounded super tasty right now. And if we don't want to draft JJ McCarthy, like I would be down
Jordan
to turn
Love
this into a Jordan Love Green Bay stack
could be.
married to Justin Jefferson. So there's a lot of outs here.
We are in firm A Rich territory at 53 there in the fifth
Oh
round.
yes. I've pre-thought about this a couple rounds ahead here.
Ooh, yeah. And what at 44? What that's like a Trey McBride. We could get Amari Cooper to match Achane at 44.
If Amari's there at 44, I'm super in at that.
Oh baby, I doubt it.
I thought we were going to get some Brandon Ayuk trade talk value there. That was a crazy dip.
He's gonna fall. I think there's some uncertainty there. I think he stays a Niner, but
Boss Bills fan over here with Jamar Chase, Devonta Adams, Brandon Ayuk. Talk about matching my freak.
Jake the Snake Draft. He's a badge. He's a badge,
bro. I like that name.
Yeah, he's a badge, bro. Jake the Snake Draft. Joshy Allen with Garrett Wilson. Josh Allen's rough. Yeah, who's he? Oh, he's going to get Curtis Samuel or Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman's sliding now, so it's.
I have not drafted a bunch of any Keon Coleman. There goes Cooper.
Okay.
Gosh, these picks, 22nd picks, they're flying off.
I won't do it.
There's some.
I'm trying
to think about.
I mean,
sort by ADP here.
Yeah. Kirk. I don't hate Kirk. Like, I know he doesn't really correlate with anything we've been building, but
that's okay. It gives you a Trevor Lawrence option at quarterback too, because we don't have like solid quarterback options right now at the wide receiver position. So I'm always open to like giving myself like a high upside passer as well too. Trey McBride opens the door for you get an elite onesie at a position of need, tight end, and you can have Kyler Murray later on.
And we don't have to take A-Rich. Like, that's prime Jaden Reed territory too. So
I'd rather go for the Wicks and stuff later, but I hear you on that.
That Harmon reception perception profile has me pilled on.
I honestly, Reed. Kirk, Jefferson, Nabers would be a really awesome first three.
I'm into Kirk. I like Kirk more in full point, but that dude just gets layup targets galore, and Calvin Ridley's out of this offense. And we could take Evan Ingram, and then all of a sudden we have a Jag stack, which I think is fun.
There we go. I like the way you're thinking here. Yeah, this is actually a team I don't think I've constructed anything like this yet, so this is definitely fun here.
You reach up for Achane, fun things happen.
Yeah, and like it didn't hurt me at all. I feel like I've still got 3 starting wide receivers like on offenses where they're going to get a huge share of their targets. So
yeah, this team could be what Jetta's. It could like differently. It could be Jefferson, Debo, Nabers, and then you take like ETN there. Like that's potential.
Which is way less hot. That doesn't match my freak, to be quite honest.
No, even though ETN's fine.
I gotta be real with you here, Sean. My finger's itching to draft Anthony Richardson here at 53 and just say fuck it and let's have fun.
You know I'm not going to stop you from doing that. You know I'm not. Oh, Jaden Reed's gone. Yeah, I'm in on A-Rich.
We're going to be in like 80 Mitchell territory at 116, 125. Like Josh Downs would be an option.
I I've cooled off Jelani Woods at the end of drafts. There's 4 dudes. There's just 4. I don't.
Yeah, they just have 4 basketball players playing tight end. We're not really sure how it's
All
going to
right,
go for them.
let's Anthony R. Richardson's Lamar. The Lamar team's not going to take him.
Let's AR Rich.
Let's AR Rich. Oh wow, Jalen Hurts is chilling there.
I mean, I wish I had an out to draft Jalen Hurts. I just don't.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do A Rich. This is all about having fun here. All right.
Just looking at this too, I mean, there's a lot of tight ends on the board here. I don't really have anything to do with Buffalo other than the Giants playing in Week 15. But like, that's not a reason for me to like take him.
These ETR rankings are fucking with my head.
Sorry, I will try and stay on ADP for you.
I'm not used to it. That's throwing me off. Wow. Okay, A Rich.
Jalen Hurts,
wow,
54.
That guy. Yeah, that guy might. He might. Yeah,
might win the pod.
Yeah,
D Horwitz.
That's nasty.
Good things happen when you're patient, but every time I try and do that and shove somebody down the rankings, I get sniped because that's just how my life goes. So
yeah, so we take Hurts there, and all of a sudden we're flipping to Goddard. Like I don't know. Like that's what it is. Like you're taking Goddard, and I'm not taking Smith or Johnny Wilson. Like I'm not until training camp. I want to see these guys like at least get a little buzz before I the rookies are tough, dude, without training camp. Like so much is going to change with their ADP because of training camp. So there's variance there. You can beat ADP, but you could also get absolutely crushed.
Damn, this guy went in on the Chiefs and he missed out on Mahomes.
Dude said fuck wide receivers here at the 12.
Oh my gosh. 2 tight end.
Interesting build. He's definitely built something interesting. The guy next to him is just reaping the benefits.
I know.
Wilson,
you could see the exact.
Yeah. But like, I don't know if I would have taken Ridley there. I don't know if I would have taken Ridley
his
there.
Life.
Because like what? He needs to start hammering running back when Curtis Samuel's on the board, in my opinion. But maybe he goes, I've done this before. I've done on unstacked. I've gone Josh Allen naked. It's interesting.
Well, he's got the Garrett Wilson Week 17 thing, so
he does. But
and honestly, like the receiver corps outside of Dalton Kincaid with Josh Allen's, like Josh is going to score points, like whether Curtis Samuel, Shakir score points. So
see the board. I have no idea who's on right now. Hopkins is correlated to Kirk. I'm pretty down for that.
Yep. You are thinking with your dipstick here, brother.
Yes, sir. Ski.
The other option is we go Christian Watson and tie that into Justin Jefferson. I would be okay with that, but I'm more of a Hopkins guy.
We could just get Wicks or Dobbs if we want to do that.
Love that. And then on the
pretty sweet team. Evan Ingram.
Yeah, 77. We can go Evan Ingram. Brian Thomas might be there. Hold on. Sorry, listeners. I'm going to pop back to, this is probably my preferred thing. Or we could do David Montgomery. We don't really have any SF action, but we don't need a running back right now. We already have a quarterback. We can figure out Trevor Lawrence later and fill in some running back gaps along the way. We're going to be looking at, what's our next pick? 92 and 101.
That's running
on the running back side of things.
Territory.
That's like Zamir White, Jalen Warren, Jonathan Brooks.
We could do Aaron Jones if he falls. Zach Moss. I love Zach Moss.
Some Tony Pollard action too.
Yeah, we could do Tony P.
All right.
We could do we could do Tajay on the rat.
So Thomas is gone and Evan Ingram is gone. So that might change where we're headed here.
Do we just gobble up the dip on Jordan Addison? No, that's tough, but
I mean, it's not a huge ADP value. Okay, goes, so he makes that decision easy for us. Deontay would be very naked. We don't have 15, 16, or week 17 correlation or relation there. Cool.
I could take Najee or David Montgomery, but I won't twist your arm about Monty. Monty's a good pick, honestly, to pair with. Yeah,
So for anybody who hasn't watched the video that Shaun and I put out, this might be coming out after or before, I'm not sure. But we just talked about our 6 favorite players to draft cumulatively together, and David Montgomery is one of my the second most drafted running back I have through about 42, 43 underdog drafts so far. So I like this.
Yeah, I
I
like it
like where
too.
this is headed.
This also opens up the door. We definitely probably need to take a receiver at 92 or what?
That's fine. We just looked at all the running backs that are there.
You don't have to twist my arm to take Jalen Warren either. I just love Warren. But knowing Arthur Smith, it's going to be heavy Najee Harris.
So let's see. What's our next pick? 92.
Yeah, and I could pull up the ranks too on my phone just to have it as a point of reference.
Cortland Sutton, Curtis Samuel. I'm not really looking at the board right now.
Will be gone, and I mean we're starting to approach Luke Musgrave as our tight end, like a T.J. Hawkinson, Luke Musgrave, Jonnu Smith situation, or Njoku. Njoku does correlate with Achane. So, like, it's definitely in play to take Njoku. I love Njoku, but, man, he didn't do anything when Deshaun Watson was his quarterback last year.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
Njoku's going...
Could be because Deshaun's bad, or just could be that there just wasn't a good relationship there.
So, correlation-wise, Tony P's gone. Is Tony P gone? Let's go to the ADP ranks.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Tony P's probably, I think we can push him.
Oh, yeah, he's 100. Wow, he's down at 100. I could take Warren, Zach Moss. I don't want to take Swift. I could live with Curtis Samuel, but I don't think we're going to build anything off of that.
I don't think so either. It's not like where my head's at either. We could hear me out. We've got some week 16 Jacksonville action. They're correlated week 17. Brocky Bowers.
I do love Brock Bowers, but it'd be hard to pass up on Warren.
I'm fine with that.
I think we take Warren.
But then let's go for a pass catcher on the next draft pick here. God, Arthur Smith is going to establish it, huh?
We can get Dobbs as our 5th pass catcher. I'd like to be a little bit deeper at wide receiver, so we're going to have to take a swing. See, that's tough. We could have taken Bowers, and then could have taken Tony P or Tajay. Man, you could. If you want to go back to the board, yeah, you could. I could take another running back here. Honestly, we could, and then just like kind of punt towards the end of the draft.
Let's just leave it at 4 until like the very end and scoop up some value.
I'm down because Achane, Montgomery, Jalen Warren is a pretty nice trio of running backs, and I'd be kind of down to get in on Tony Pollard for the correlation, and then it's opening up the door for Mayo Boy to be our quarterback.
And I think 125, correct me if I'm wrong, is also Lawrence range. I could be wrong on that, though.
I think we'll probably have to go wide receiver there. And then we could just do Levis at the end of the draft.
We might. This is going to sound really crazy, but if we do go something like Levis and we have Richardson, who's obviously got some injury issues as well, I'm going to draft Tony Pollard, by the way.
Yeah, do that. I'm down.
This could be a sneaky 3 QB team too, especially if we limit the amount of running backs we take. Like if we only take one more running back here, pile on wide receiver, this could be like a Levis, Danny Dimes, Anthony Richardson situation. You get a really cheap Danny Dimes with Malik Nabers.
Could be a 3-5-7-3 team. This also, we could open the door for a potential Knicks or May stack on the back end because it's so cheap to build that. I don't know if we'll get any Chiefs to correlate with Warren. It might be tough to get a Niner. Let's see how far Ricky Pearsall drops. But I definitely do think Josh Downs should be on this squad, or even A.D. Mitchell.
A.D. Mitchell would probably be the next range of picks, but also Dontavian Wicks is right there as well too.
I prefer Wicks and Downs to Mitchell.
Yeah, so Wicks would be 120, So we could take him at 116 a little early and just do that with the Green Bay Minnesota thing, which I would love to do. Let's hope that he doesn't get drafted here. I'm actually all in on that. And then Downs is what, the 130s range?
132. We're probably pushing both those guys up to build correlation, which is it's a no Keegan, but I've never been a rule follower. Wicks is gone. Look at that. That guy's just pushing up receivers up the board.
That's crazy. Cook's above ADP.
Yeah, he has to.
Cortland Sutton above ADP. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. You start with George Pickens. That's fine. We can do
80 Mitchell. I'm cool with that.
Dobbs is gone though as well, by the way. So
it's gonna be a Luke Musgrave type of draft. He goes right when at like 149 range. I don't hate Jerry Jeudy here either on the wrap actually, because your rankings are on.
Yep.
You want to go back to ADP real quick for me? Oh, that would be crazy if we took Ty J. Just had both of them. I've seen that. Like, that's a lot of draft capital in one backfield, but man, that's
if you nail it though, like if it works with Pittsburgh or if it works with Tennessee, like who's to say that you were wrong to do that? I'm fine with 80 Mitchell here.
Let's take Mitchell for the correlation. I do like Mitchell, dude. I think I could close my eyes and see Mitchell going off in the back end of the year. I do worry about.
He's just volume. A completely different player than Downs too. Like, and you know what? If Downs pops up at 140 and he's still there, who knows? Maybe I'll tack that on too.
You get a little weird. I would love Jeudy here at 125. That would be pretty ideal, honestly. And then this is going to be a 3 tight end build for sure.
We also can draft the massage man as well.
I don't love it, but it's a fine pick. But yeah, I agree. You could do Jeudy and Ford. If Jeudy doesn't go here, we could just take Downs. We have both wide receivers in a low passing volume offense. What could go wrong?
Man, it would have been so cool if Cooper was on this team, but I'm happy with Christian Kirk and the way that fell. That's totally fine.
Yeah, all right. Jeudy.
Just looking at other options here, make sure I'm not missing anything. I think we're totally fine here. Like,
yeah.
The interesting piece will be our 5th running back, which I really think we should stop at 5 with this team. When we get him, like Ford is, I know you mentioned on the table as well too. Like that would be a good 5th running back to round this out.
Or Foreman at the end. Foreman at the end would be nasty.
You know, we've had some detours here, but I think we're pulling it together nicely. The other way to get some involvement on Pittsburgh is maybe not their week 17, but like, I guess their week 15 and 16 aren't great either. There's Philadelphia and Baltimore. Not a lot left on the table there. So
Tez Walker, Isaiah Likely,
Bateman.
Yeah. No, I think this makes sense. I think we're probably gonna have to take 2 tight ends like pretty soon here.
I'm not a fan of like the really, really late tight ends. Like we've pushed them out pretty far here. I'm trying to think of where maybe we could have gone. You know, Kittle could have been an option, but
we could get Chig in this build. Now that I'm thinking about it, we go Chig, Pollard, Mail Boy, with a Kirk bring back. It's pretty solid. And then we could take Jonnu Smith in this build, and then we could have Luke Musgrave potentially.
I have not been drafting in like probably enough Jonnu Smith. I feel like I should be considering that.
But Smith and Chig kind of go around the same area, so it might be hard to pull that off. But
this would be a very big scoop on some ADP value, contingent injury upside. It doesn't really play into anything we've drafted here so far, but
or the
Muth. We have some really good options here.
Someone's gonna take Corum. There's no way it falls to
Good
Yeah,
call.
I want the
It's almost like
Muth.
you've done this before.
I want the Muth. This is boom. That's awesome. Waiting on
That
tight end
makes
and
me feel a
getting
little more comfortable at tight end.
yeah, like because you could even just take Musgrave here and just call it a day on tight
Man, I
end.
wish I knew what the like outlook was for
There's
Hawkinson
fucking
because
Musgrave's gone. I
he
don't.
would be a great add to this team. Man, Dontavian Wicks getting shoved up really hurt. I bet he would have been on our roster had that not happened.
It is what it is. Hawkinson's gone
Wow,
too.
I blinked and I just realized that Jerome Ford was pick 128. I was like
Yeah,
totally wrong on what his ADP was.
Ford goes in that range. Um, man,
This is an option.
One Dale for the correlation. I guess we could take Watson. I don't love it, but if I have Mayo Boy, Watson, and Richardson, Pearsall is interesting too because he's gonna fall. Is he gone? I
Now,
don't.
Pearsall's here.
I don't hate Pearsall, but maybe we can see if he falls. Let's see if he falls more. Let's see. What if we took Ty Chandler, called it a wrap on running backs? Like that's our guy that we stack. Like I'm pretty okay with that. He's our
Ooh,
fifth.
Marshawn Lloyd. I
Take
thought.
Lloyd. Take. Was he there? No,
Oh
he's
no,
not.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking that we were talking about that earlier. I bet he's already gone. I have
Yeah, he's
not been
gone.
paying
Yeah,
attention.
he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you know what, Sean? That would have been maybe the other play there instead of Freiermuth. If we take Lloyd, then we're done at running back. But regardless, we're done at running back here, and we got to acquire some QBs and some tight ends.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how far Pearsall is going to fall because I think he's going to fall in this draft because of his injury. So, if by some reason Pearsall wraps back to us, I think that's a smash in the 14th round.
You know, we took off this plane pretty hot, and I wasn't sure how we were going to land it. And right now we're flying without some. We're missing some landing gear right now, but I think we're going to put this plane down
I
nice
think
and
we'll
straight.
get it. We definitely are probably going to have to speak Darius Slayton. We're definitely going to have to buy some routes there.
Man, I'd rather just go with Jalen Hyatt and go all in on the fun.
Man, and I want to avoid zeros at the end of the drafts, but I get it. He's a high variance player. I've just seen Darius Slayton do it. I've seen him had like, oh my, Cortland Sutton, Brandon Cooks, and Tavian Wicks. That's rough.
Wandale Robinson. I would have liked Wandale right here, to be honest. Pearsall gone.
That makes sense. 158 is. I have a decent amount of Pearsall that I'm just gonna get absolutely hammered on closing line value on right now. Mayo. I mean, the convicted,
the culprit.
I mean, the culprit's like kind of a smash at that ADP. Wait, hold up. Go off ADP. Who's the Tyler Algier? No, Thielen's interesting just because I think he's like the definition of an innings eater.
We just have nothing to bring back with him.
Achane with I need 3 QBs if Watson's one of them. I'm very.
I mean, we were planning on doing 3 QBs anyways with this build, so let's get some Watson in here.
Watson makes sense unless let's just do Watson.
Because I'm looking at the other QBs here. You know, Levis is probably our next pick as well, and then we figure out the rest of our team through the last couple rounds.
We're a little light on receiver. We got what, through 4 picks left?
Yeah, so it would be so we're gonna go 3, 5, 7, 3. So we Mayo man at 173, and then 188 we get a receiver, and then we just 2 tight ends at the back end, or we get a sprinkle in a tight end there. But I mean, if you think of our wide receivers, Jerry Jeudy, A.D. Mitchell, DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, Malik Nabers, and Justin Jefferson, like I'm totally fine with that.
Do we need 3 tight ends with the Muth? Like, do you think it's like a necessary thing? I think we definitely should
Not
be
as
open
much
to it. Okay, yeah, because I think we're a little light on. Mitchell would have to be really good for us to feel good about the 7, but and look at a lot of those tight ends are going.
So we're looking at Roman Wilson, Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, Luke McCaffrey.
I know Franklin's uncorrelated, but say for like we kind of have to take Levis here, don't we? If we want him.
If we want him. That's what I was saying. Like this round, we just get Levis, and then
just take him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're all in alignment there. And then I'm down to just get one more tight end if we need to. Like we can still get Chig. Like we could take Chig at 188 and then 197 and 212. We just load up on 2 wide receivers that we think have some upside.
Torture Chamber is the one. Troy Franklin's the one I'm most intrigued about in this range. He just was so good in college. He fell in drafts. Like he has the shower narrative with his college quarterback.
I love that. Yeah, the shower narrative. That's got to be strong, right?
Dude, Franklin was good. He was productive, but
it's so hard to tell in college. Like unless they run some pro scheme or they play, a certain level of competition every weekend, it's really hard to tell like who's going to be a producer at the next level. Like,
what if they come out and like Franklin's the slot receiver? They're like, "Fuck you, Marvin Mims, you're not good," and they just run Franklin out of the slot as the speed slot guy. Oh, baby.
I don't think Sean Payton even knows that Marvin Mims is on the roster.
Oh no, he talks about him every other day. Like, oh, Mims, he's gonna do it, and then he just doesn't play him. But
yeah,
Mims was a good player in college. He had a good RP profile, but his rookie year was bad. He looked overmatched. So these receivers coming out of the Big 12, dude, they're just not. They're not that ready.
Man, Drake May, Daniel Jones, this guy's living my dream.
That's such a weird team. Yeah. That's a weird team, dude. You don't see a lot of those teams. Yeah, I'm down to get Chiggy with it. Chig and Freiermuth.
At least that's something that makes me feel comfortable with only having 2 tight ends.
Holy shit, Roman Wilson's falling.
I also am like super down to take Roman Wilson here. Like,
dude, 3 Steelers.
We have Jalen Warren and like we have Muth, but we don't have to do that. That's a lot of Steelers.
I think I really want Darius Slayton at the end of this draft. So let's take Chig. Let's bank on Slayton. Like I think Chig and Muth is totally passable as our 2 tight ends.
It's cutting it close. I don't love it, but it'll be fine.
You're going to need both these guys. I think Muth's good, and I think he's the clear number 2 in this offense.
Yeah, because Roman's probably 3, Pickens 1, and then you have the gaggle of running backs. And let's not forget, Arthur Smith, while we hated the way he did it, involved tight ends at an extremely high clip. Like nobody used tight ends more than Arthur Smith did in Atlanta. It just didn't go to the tight end we wanted it to.
And Freiermuth's good. Like
Darnell Washington's not a tight end. He's a blocker.
Yeah. If Roman Wilson falls to us at 197, I'm in. If not, I think that needs to be Slayton.
That is a lot of Steelers the more I think about it. When you said that out loud, you're like 3 Steelers. I'm like, I got like the bad chills in my spine.
I'm down to go in on that Giants game though with A-Rich.
I think it's going to be a sneaky fun game at the end of the season.
But, dude, that's a lot of value. That's 27 picks of value. Did Roman Wilson get hurt today? Okay, perfect. Darius Slayton. Ignore Khalil Herbert, you fiend.
Dude, I almost clicked him just by habit.
And then do we dare take Elijah Moore?
Bro, if he's there, I potentially. Who's to say Elijah Moore's not just better than Jerry Jeudy? Who knows, actually?
We just need some inning eaters, man. Some guys are going to be on the field.
Right now, we're calling the control tower. It's cloudy. There's a lot of rain. Landing's going to be tough, but I think we're going to land it.
We're correlating all over ourselves. We have plenty of team stacks. I think Elijah Moore is totally in play at the 212. It's a lot of Browns, but week 17 is in fact all that matters.
I like that we just got one player out of the Miami offense. We're just like, yep, that's all we need.
It's hard, dude. If you get the Tyreek pick, though, if you pick him at 3, Tyreek Achane is yeah, I mean there's the touch of a woman, and then there's that. Those are the two. Those are the two.
Wow. I just saw Dameon Pierce's name go off the board, and I think that's a name I haven't said once this offseason.
I don't hate it.
I haven't even thought about it.
I like Pierce. Like, is Pierce really that different? Like, Tyrone Tracy's going ahead of Dameon Pierce. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing here?
Dude, Daniel Jones, Drake May, JJ McCarthy. What is this guy doing?
How many quarterbacks does he have? That's it?
Yeah, but he doesn't have. I guess he's got some Green Bay stuff. So, JJ on the back end. Hey, badge bro, I don't have a badge. I'm gonna let him rock and do whatever he wants.
Drake May. I don't hate that. Like, I get it. Daniel Jones will buoy at the beginning of the year, and you're just banking on JJ at the end of the year. But like, there's a real possibility he's rocking with Danny Dimes as his quarterback for the first 4 weeks of the year.
Yeah, I think the Patriots bye week is until after week 5. It could be 5 weeks of brisket.
I hope I hope May plays sooner. I just
Alvin
realized
Austin,
I just realized I have a
scrolling that
dynasty.
down.
I just realized that a dynasty team where I have Daniel Jones and Drake May, and A Rich. If you want to go to normal ADP real quick, dude,
Tyler Boyd.
don't hate it. I don't. That's the definition of an innings eater, like somebody who's just gonna be on the field.
Like, will actually be on the field and catch football. Zay Jones actually on the field.
I
Odell.
I don't want to take Zay Jones, ever. But I would take Tyler Boyd here. Tyler Boyd or Elijah Moore
Or
yeah,
Odell.
Let's take Tyler Boyd. Dude, I just think Odell's washed, but he might have a spike week or two. Or we can get weird and draft our guy Malik Washington.
No. I'm fine with Boyd. Close out this draft.
There it is. Let's see the team. Jettis.
Justin Jefferson.
Did we kind of went naked with Jettis. We just said he's going to be doing his own thing.
Yeah. I mean, we tried to squeeze in some Green Bay players here, but I think where we missed the opportunity to do that was the Pat Freiermuth pick.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I mean, sure, A-Rich, but I'd rather build out a team around A-Rich, and just Nakey JJ is fine to me. And we have Ty Chandler, so we have some team stuff there.
We do. You're right. He isn't naked. He's got Ty Chan with a running back in Aaron Jones who's quite good, but always hurt. So I love Ty Chandler. I think he's a great pick.
We've got the sneaky Week 16 and Week 17 Indianapolis versus Tennessee, then Indianapolis versus the New York Giants.
Whoa, I didn't even realize. That's crazy. We have a ton of playoff correlation then. That's it. We're done.
That's it.
Let's show the team. Can we click on it? Let's see the exposure. Well, no, we don't want to show everyone your Khalil Herbert exposure. Let's see. Boom. Great draft, Keegan. Good stuff.
That was good.
Good stuff. All right, we're gonna win 100K. We did it. We just see you later. How are we gonna spend it, Keegan?
I don't know. Maybe on an office space with the RTM team.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.